Ciao. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Welcome here to any new subscribers. My apologies, you guys, for being a bit late today. Oh, just gotta get some more. Just been doing all this cleansing here, bringing out that sage. Had a bit of a problem. Psychopathic, psycho killer, cascase, da 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 da. Better run, 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 run away. Ay, 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 ay. Something like this, right? Who does this? So anyways, fuck stupid people. I can't deal with it. Can't deal with it. Can't deal with it. Go away. Go away. I've been doing fine without you. Dear universe, source creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, oversouls, aliens, archangels, galactic federation of light, all beings of high love and light vibrational frequency that are here to bring us guidance and clarity and direction with clear and concise and precise information. We thank thee for all of it. We're grateful for your transmissions. We're grateful for your presence. We're grateful. Thank you for your protection. Oh. Imagine all the people. Let us do some singing bowl. Can we do that? We're gonna get in tune. So we have a full moon, you guys. How are you feeling? This is a bit of a sassy full moon because we're still in this several planets in retrograde energy, and this full moon is actually in the sign of Gemini. So this is all about our communication, but not just our communication, how we choose to communicate. And that's the number one thing. That's really why I was pissed, you know? If someone would have come over and said, "Can we please talk?" Like, you don't come over and bring other people to fucking get in the middle of business that has nothing to fucking do with them. Like, no offense, okay? No offense to my LGBT community. Like, no, don't fucking take this as a trigger warning. But if you're coming over to try to have a conversation about something or make an apology to your ex-girlfriend, maybe you shouldn't come over with your fat, sloppy, fucking faggot boyfriend whose dick you like to suck. You know? Like, and then when I say if you want to have a conversation, potentially, like, we can speak to each other, and the other dude just laughs, thinking about the dicks he's gonna suck later. I don't know, you guys. People are weird. So, anyways, I might be do a long live tonight, you guys. I put another camera, another phone downstairs. So I may just keep the live running tonight, just for safety purposes. But yeah, you know, sometimes you just have to think. I feel like a little bit of money, you know, like I feel like some racks is a lot cheaper than like your freedom, you know, like prison, whatever, like. But to each his own, right? Everybody's going to choose to do whatever they want to choose to do, and that's their choice. So that's really the energy of this full moon, right? We finally got out of the retrograde, and now it's about us saying this is our truth. But how are we saying that this is our truth? Are we saying, listen, I'm willing to have a conversation, but not with people that it doesn't fucking involve? Like, these are my boundaries. Like, how we are literally choosing to deal with our communications and our network of communications, how we allow people, right? So you can't expect people to like listen to hear what you have to say. Fools over here like, be proud of me, I did a good job. Like, what? You left here nearly 6 months ago, bro. Good job. Ancestors. So full moons are really about culmination points. So it's about us bringing into awareness the things that we're really letting go, right? The things that have reached their completion point. Like, there's no respect, then there's no communication that's happening, right? So when you understand things that have reached their point, their culmination point, and you say, okay, I'm going to release this. And go into the depths of really knowing, right? Like I was like, cool, I'm just going to release all the hecticness of this year. And then like these assholes fucking show up. I mean, literally he tried to grab me through the fence and broke my fucking nail. He had me going too. He almost fucking got me too because I literally like reached back through the fence and tried to snatch those fucking Gucci glasses I bought for him that he didn't fucking deserve. Anyways, I'm letting all of this go first by fucking complaining to you guys for a minute. Sorry for the unload, but also welcome to my fucking channel. Ooh, so I want to tune in now, but before we really get into this frequency and do the breathing, what is it that you're like, I am fucking letting this go? Like I'm done. These cycles, these patterns, these people, these toxic things that you're just like, you know, like I already let that go. Like, why? So we have to ask ourselves, and in the state of the breathing and the meditating and the getting in the frequency with the sound, ask ourselves, why, what is it, why were the reasons, what was the lesson that we learned, why these things continuously come up in different forms through different people and different situations, right? Really think about, really consider that, right? Like, why is this presenting itself? Everything isn't always a mirror, like saying that you're doing the same thing. Sometimes it's to remind you what you've moved away from, like what you're done with. So let's take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 3 deep breaths, and focus with your intention what it is that you're releasing that no longer serves us, that we're letting go of this full moon, right? What is this culmination point that you're ready to reach, right? What are you really ready to let go of? Like, I already thought I let go of that 6 months ago, so I'm not really sure. But also, to be realistic with you guys, what I was doing when I was reading the cards last night, what it was showing was the new moon. So from when the new moon was in Gemini, that would have been 6 months ago, okay? So you have to understand that when moons come in, there is a lunar cycle that's happening when the moons come in, okay? And when that lunar cycle is happening, and the moons come in. So where there's a new moon, where that starts as the new moon, the culmination of that is 6 months later when the moon is full in the same sign. Does that make sense? So now we're 6 months later from the new moon that was in Gemini, in the sign of Gemini. So this was June, sometime in June, the month of June, okay, was the Gemini new moon. Maybe we'll use my friend's moon cards tonight. So, but what was going on for you in June? What was happening in June? And like, that's the funny thing is I'm like, you haven't been here, like you left like 6 months ago, you know? And so that's interesting, right? It's the culmination, right? The first part was, listen, I don't think it's gonna work out. And then 6 months later, it's like, he's coming here trying to fucking kick me out, threatening to be like, I'm like, what are you gonna do? Bring the police or the landlord? Please let me talk to them. Please. I've been waiting for them to come that you've been threatening since I returned. So, like this, right? So, understand what was happening for you 6 months ago in June when this Gemini new moon was occurring versus what is the culmination. What were you putting out in June? What did you want to call in June that is now maybe presenting itself in December, right? In this full moon. This is the last full super moon of the year. Okay, so we're going out with a bit of a bang. So take 3 deep breaths and think about what it is that you started to release or work through or process or heal 6 months ago that is now reaching its culmination point. And what have you learned and what have you processed and what have you digested? And have you actually integrated what you've learned? Number 1. I feel like I didn't because I fucking wanted to reach my right hand through to grab those glasses. So I feel like I didn't integrate, but sometimes people can just, you know, like you see people once they betray you or they disrespect you, like to look at them is just like resent, like, and I'm like, okay, like that's what I need to work on, right? I can notice because it's like I don't have disgust. Like all my old friends, my boyfriend, like everybody, like I wish them a happy birthday, and literally like, no, I knew it was your fucking birthday. Fuck you. You ruined my birthday 2 years in a row. Try to take my life, not for better but for worse. So that's enough. So anyways, understand what you're reaching the culmination point. Hello everybody. What you're reaching the culmination point of, right? And take 3 deep breaths. So much energy, you guys. So much energy. Ooh, I have to get some cold air. So, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay. So, welcome back. Happy full moon. You guys want to see the moon? You guys want to see the moon? I'll show you. Might as well. We're going to be here for a minute. Sorry if there's noise, but I'll show you the moon. Where are you guys in the world? Oh, it's extremely dark. You cannot see it. My bad. Where is everybody in the world? Sorry. There's some clouds right now. It was really beautiful earlier. Super glowing. Super moon. Maybe I'll try to go check it before I leave, or maybe it will be on this side. But the moon is so big and full. And hopefully you guys have figured out what is good and what is not good for you in the last 6 months. And this is like rather bright, actually. Hold on. Is that better? Yeah, a bit. And maybe you figured out in the last 6 months what is your truth, right? What is your truth? What is your purpose? What is, right? And so this is what we're culminating. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury is about communication, okay? Let me switch this. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to change the lights a little bit because it's so hot. That's why normally I do the feeds earlier, but like I said, I had some unwanted visitors. So, moving right along, guys. Let me pull these moon cards out. A really good friend of mine, Julia, I've been trying to, every time I try to bring them into town to give them to her, she's not there. She's like out of the country. But I was trying to get these cards back to her for a while. And they're really cool. She initially let me borrow them. We swapped some decks or some booklets or something like this, and she initially let me borrow them because it's like rather complex, this set of cards, the Moon Oracle. And so, look at this. Isis on the top, guys. This is the energy, right? This is the energy. So this is a little bit different. This deck has actually 3 different decks within it. And the way that it's used is very specific. I thought I was going to come on here and share with you guys the Thoth. That's what I thought, is I was going to come on here and show you guys like the special spread that goes for the Thoth deck. But seeing how it's a full moon, we might as well do the moon deck. Okay, what is this? Okay, so there is all these different things, right? These are kind of like the oracle. And then there's all these different goddesses, deities. And there's also all these different lunar phases. So, like this, like such. Full moon, quarter moon, whether it's in earth or water or whatever sign that it's in. So shout out, darling. These cards, I figured out how to use them, but there is very specific ways that you do it. There's specific spreads. Okay. So actually, first I have to find the actual card that is whoa, visitor and the wheel. Oh, guys. Okay, well, I guess they want to talk to us before we do everything. Okay, visitor number 7. Okay. And the wheel, obviously. The Wheel of Fortune, there is about to be a big change. I don't think it's like pocket change either. I think this is like big change. Cha-ching change. Cha-cha-cha-chang. Cha-ching chang. Something like this. So let's figure this out. Let's do this together, not figure it out. I know kind of how it works, but there's different spreads that we can do. So let's play with these. Let's play with these. Hold on one second. So I wanted to do some singing bowls because I want to deal with all of the music and stuff tonight. I can't believe it's fucking busters. Like, if you really wanted to talk to somebody and they were like, yeah, I'll talk to you, but not that other person, then would you fucking have a tantrum? Literally coming over here to try to tell me all the good things that you did. Like, you didn't accomplish that much. You didn't accomplish that much. Like, just went to fucking Vipassana. And didn't even make it the whole way. Came over here to tell me. And I was like, well, you came over here to tell me that? Like, I fucking care. Do you think, like, dudes or chicks or whoever, right? Do y'all really think that after you've broken up with your partner, like, after you've left your partner, like, and you start doing all of the things that your partner begged for you to do with them, and then you start doing all of those with your fat ass boyfriend? Like, you think, like, right? Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Like, you want to really make somebody actually fucking hate you like that? Like, no woman is giving you props for doing the shit that you didn't do for years. Are you dumb? Are you slow? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That's why you gotta sample those chocolates before you make a decision to buy the whole package. Right? What are you gonna say, dude? Whatever. But you know, like I said, the Swiss made some pretty decent chocolate. I would have just like, hello, I would have just, kept it around for treats. Okay, you guys, somebody could be showing up. I don't know if maybe it was those two. Maybe they're gay. Maybe they try to show up to tell me that this is they're changing their fortune and actually they're getting married. I don't know. The way that I would read this is there is an unexpected visitor or surprise that is going to happen. And what it's going to do is it's going to be life-changing, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune is tipping in your direction, okay, collective? And for some of you, it could have something to do with a wedding, okay? Now, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? This wedding could be like, maybe this person is like, listen, Like maybe they want you to be their date to their best friend's wedding. Like maybe they're like, listen, can I know this is kind of like quick or whatever, but like maybe they do want to marry you and they're like, listen, let's give it a run. Like let me bring you to my friend's wedding and see if you can hang, right? See if you can hang. 4. Yeah, this is something that was more divinely guided, something that is more set in stone. Something that was more set in stone. For some of you guys, this can be, somebody could be like, they want to come in, change your whole life by saying, listen, I want to create this stability. I want to marry you. And I want to take you to my palace. Okay. This person can be a musician, a type of musician. Okay. And for some reason there can be a sacrifice that they had to make, or they have to make, something like this. Okay. For some of you guys, you can be either becoming the guru. For many of you guys, you are evolving and becoming the guru, or you're on the precipice of reaching that, right? Of getting knighted or whatever, right? And for some of you guys, you will be maybe finding a mentor or a guru. Somebody like this may be entering into your life soon. Yeah, rebel spirit energy. So normally we only pull these specifically, but I will pull them if they want. So things to do on a full moon and things not to do on a full moon, guys. Full moons are about culminations. It's good to let things go, right? Like allow things to what is a burden, like what is weight, right? What is carrying a weight or something like this? Allow that to kind of just like dissipate, right? Allow that to dissipate. Yeah, fall, like the tower. Allow it to kind of fall by the wayside, right? Not everything and not everybody gets to come. You know, not everybody gets to stay and not everybody gets to come. Some people end up being food or soil because of their low frequency, because they like to judge people, because they like to, I don't know, you know, because whatever people's problems are. Give me 1 second, guys. So, first we need to find the moon, which moon that it is. Okay. Hello, everybody. I don't really want to look close, but I send my love to all of you guys. So now we have to look. I don't want to squint to see. The moon tables. So now we look for the date and we look for the type of card. Obviously, it's not a dismantling moon or a first quarter moon or a last quarter moon or a gibbous, right? It's not a waxing or a waning. It's a full moon, first of all. So this book is super cool, right? It's got all these different dates, like through a lot of different years. It goes to like 2032. Okay, so it's pretty cool. And the way that it works essentially is there is the moon phase, okay, the present moon phase that you're in. So we are in 2025 and we are in December. We're in a full moon, December 4th, 2025 at 23:13, okay? Gemini, which is in air, okay? So full moon. Full moon in air. Black moon, crescent moon, first quarter. Full moon in air. Flower. Solution. Okay? Which is great. That's great. Like I said, completion, solution. This is good because some of them are a little more, you know, like a little more intense. So now we're going to go here and we're going to figure out which spread we're going to do. I like to do this one. I like to do the Seven Sisters, but we can also do the Celtic Cross. Celtic Cross, Seven Sisters. Okay, it wants me to do the Seven Sisters, so we're going to do the Seven Sisters. So basically, it's like this. So what's happening here is the moon phase. This is basically the question, okay? I guess I shouldn't have showed you guys what it was first. So what is your question, right? What is the question? What is the thing that you're wondering, okay? What is the thing that you're creating a solution or maybe needing a solution for, right? Now, there will be a moon phase that's past and a moon phase that is future, okay? So now, and the way that it works is like the past, okay, you guys, think of your question. Think of your question that you want to ask. What do we need a solution for? What are we seeking a solution for, right? This? No, it has to jump out. Okay. Okay. Is this it? Black moon, dormant, revision. Okay, so in the past, which is interesting because it's a black moon and air. Okay, so again, the new moon to the full moon. And we'll look up when that is as well. And for the future, ooh, beautiful. Is this what we want? Okay. I don't know what you guys are asking, but okay, economy. This is black moon earth. Okay, so now here's the way it goes down. My bad, let me put this up. I try to keep this headphone up so it doesn't make noise and tap. Because I noticed when it's on the table and I shuffle the cards, it's really loud. So I apologize for that, guys. So now the way it works is we look up where all of the where each one of these is, okay? So we go back to the moon calendar and we say, okay, so past will be a black moon that was air. And we'll go here and I'll look, where are we right now? Here, full, okay? So I look at all the ones that say black and until I see where I see air, okay, which was October 21st, okay? So the past, something that you were needing to revise or that needed a revision, and this is probably having to do with something that has been on the 6-month cycle, right? something that needed a revision, probably needed to happen or be visited or be discussed at that time, right? Because I think that, yeah, because that was the last week before Mercury went retrograde or something like this, okay? So that new moon was also in air, but it was Libra. So yeah, so that was about what was bringing to balance. So if it needed to be fair or be brought to balance, or there needed to be something brought into balance or harmony, it should have happened then. So what was happening then? What was happening for you in the past, in this time, October, when was it? October 21st, okay? This past October 21st. What was happening for you for that new moon that was in Libra? What was monumental, right? I noticed a lot of things shifting for me, right? Jumping entire timelines, like just not like, I don't need these same people like on the same shit, you know, like yeah, it was really interesting for me. I have Libra in my anaretic degree, okay? So I knew that this was about really bringing to justice, and I knew that the person or the people and the situations that were really going to be just and show and share their justness to me, I guess would be the thing, would present themselves or show up, would contact, present themselves, or show up. Sorry guys, I'm trying to put the air, it's so hot. Or show up within that time, okay? So this was dormant time, right? That was time that something needed to be dealt with so it could be processed. So we could go into this dormant, like more hibernation, to come out with the solution, right? Which is the next phase, the full moon, okay? Now, the next phase moving forward will be the black moon that is in Earth. So I look on here, where's black? The next full moon is in fire. And then we have it in Earth. Okay, so we have it in Earth on January 18th. Okay, so January 18th. This will be dormant, okay? Economy. Now for some of you guys, some things that haven't been dealt with yet that needed to be revised or that have been in the works of revision, especially around economy or safety or things like this, supply and demand, however that fits for you. This is what will be happening. So also something to know, potentially there can be maybe more of an issue, like an economical issue, okay, come that time. So just to be realistic, again, like, because what sign is it? Capricorn will be the new moon. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so it's very, it's scary. Yeah, it's like that. It's frightening. It's very dictative. Okay guys, so what I will do is show you this, and then I'll make it a little bit different. So if you're new here, I share the things that I make because I suffered from traumatic brain injury and some other really crazy stuff, like people trying to poison and kill me this year. So I share all my stuff on one platform where I can, because it's a lot for me. And I make these clothes. This is special bamboo, okay? This is actually a blend bamboo terry. I'll step back so you guys can see it better. Hopefully you can see it, maybe. Let's see. So I've worn this several ways on here. Today I have it because people say, okay, well it's too low cut. Now you can wear it all the way up to your neck like a halter top. Today I'm wearing it like this. This is more like business class, okay? I have it like a little bit low in the back just because I like to make the heart, right? But if you'll notice how I had it wrapped before last time is all the extra material was in the back. This time it's not in the back. This time the back is smooth and all the extra material is in the front. So it's actually really great for if you're maybe changing different sizes, if you're pregnant, if you're maybe bloating, women or something like this, okay? And literally, it's just different ways. It can be wrapped so many different ways. Like I said, there's like 21 different ways I figured out how to wrap it. So far, I kind of think. Let me see. Am I gonna unwrap the right one or not? No, that's not the right one. It's the second one. That's why I tied it different, so I would know. So, this one I can make lower and I can leave how it is crossed here in the center, right? And bring it lower. So we have yet again another style, right? And we can bring it as low as we like in the back. I think that's good. I think that's good for me right now. Because I don't like the X, I like to do this little fold over. And if you want, you can do a lot of different ties and things like this. Up to you, really. All of my clothes I make so they can be worn multiple ways, guys. So, I'm gonna do like this. And I'm gonna go under. This is kind of like a little bit overall-y right now, and I kind of like that. I need some breathing room. But as you can see, I've now moved the pockets and everything to the side, so now it's more of like a dress. And these are pants, okay? These are pants, they have pockets, they can be worn by men also as pants. I just obviously am a woman and I'm here to show you different ways it can be worn. So no matter what you're doing, let's say you're going to like a business meeting, you can have like the business class and then you're like, listen, we're gonna go out for drinks. Maybe you don't wanna go all the way back to the hotel or to your house to get ready. Bada boom. Just change the level, right? And you can make it more, sometimes I have it all the way low, but however, doesn't matter, right? Open to interpretation, that's how I like to make my clothes. So you can also pull this, how you saw this, I had it pull it out more, so if you feel like you have more underarm flab, you can pull it out, however you guys feel. That's the point though, right? Is that when you spend extra money buying something that is sustainable, right? That is slow fashion, that is the point of sustainability, right? And so yeah, you can literally do as many ties or whatever as you want. But like I said, I like to do this little crossover in the center and then just kind of like line myself up. That's it. So now it's like, now I have more in the back and more on the side. I have some more open on the side. So it's giving me coverage on the back, but keeping me like air, like breathable, right? So anyways, there's that little bit. Normally I do that in the beginning, guys, if you're new here. Normally I share my outfit in the beginning. And then I put on this thing. It's kind of like, I feel like it's a bit, because I feel like a bit like Snow White when I put this little thing in my hair. I feel like blonde Snow White. That's why I put this on, but I think I'm just going to take it off. It's just so hot here, guys. Where are you guys from? I live in Bali, Indonesia, so I'm like 8 degrees south of the equator. So it's a bit hot, so I know it's probably going to rain soon It's generally what happens is it gets like this hot, sticky, like southern stickiness. Um, and then it will like rain. It will like monsoon, like tiki room rain. Okay. Oh, much better, guys. I can breathe. So, now then, the next level here, we have the Moon Masons. And this will be the present, the past, and the future. And then we will read those to go along with the 3 that were here. Okay. So I believe these are the Moon Masons. So first for the past. Moon Mason for the past, please. Bouquet. So this could have been, like I said again, because there was a revision here, this could have been somebody that you were with before, or somebody that you maybe discussed, or you thought maybe we could be together, but maybe you didn't really quite explore it. I'm not sure. Okay. We'll get some more information. Number 9, the picture for the present doesn't surprise me with everything I saw today. How you gonna defend? Oh my God. Trying to come over here telling me how good of a job this other person did for being sober and getting good and how good they're doing. Like, why do you think I care? I mean, good job for everybody, right? Like, but you think I care about the person who caused problems to fucking, who tricked me into coming here to probably be one of the, in the group that's trying to kill me, and then basically like fucked up our relationship many times, every time, causing problems. The scepter. And you think like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, bring the one person I hate over here with you, the person that I hate even more than everybody right now. Good idea. Like, do you guys really like use your brain sometimes? Like, motherfuckers be knowing, right? Like, today is Friday. Today is Friday, yeah? Today is Thursday. Today is Jupiter. Oh, this is the day of expansion. So what are we expanding on? I think that they just try, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was the whole before the sun sets on the 3rd day shit. I don't really know. You know, that full moon, right? Full moon energy. But the reality is like, I didn't get an apology. I didn't get flowers. I didn't get nothing. Should have brought some. Should have brought something. Guys, learn that by now. And then he's out there fucking calling me a bitch. Okay, bro. Good, then go away. You will see. You will see, bitch. Lilith. Go figure. Can I just literally Black Moon Lilith? And this is the energy. This is the energy of this Scorpio going into this underworld and coming back out. Okay, this is the energy. Okay, it wants me to take Hera and Isis. We will do it. Why not? Oops. Well, that's weird. These 3 don't go in there. That's so weird. There's like all these other cards that don't belong with the goddesses in here, but I seem to, 3 goddesses seem to pop out. That's super weird. Someone else used this and mixed all the cards up because they didn't understand. Because this is weird. Sorry guys, give me a second. Because this is strange. You saw how I take them out very specifically in 3 decks, but there was like multiple ones. Someone probably tried to do a read or something. That's super weird. It's fucking touching my cards, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Isn't that what fucked it all up in the first place? So anyways, coming over to ask me for fucking money when I already paid from fucking... The end of December to the end of December, I mean the end of January to the end of January. Oh. Oh my God, some people's children. It's like, hey, why are you trying to come over here to kick me out? How you gonna pay the rent, fool? How you gonna pay the rent? Because you didn't spend your money on fucking hookers and blow. How you gonna pay the rent? You know what this fool told me? My mommy. You just turned 50 years old and you're gonna call your mommy to pay your fucking rent when you've been living with your mommy for the past fucking 6 months? Not having to pay rent? In her 5-bedroom villa? And you still don't have money to pay fucking rent? Look at me. Okay, call me the bitch because I'm just pointing out things. It's always the person speaking the truth that's the fucking crazy one, right? It's always the way. So whatever, dude. Like I said, in the end of the day, I really thought like 5 to 10 racks is like cheaper than your fucking life, right? Than life in prison, or potentially a firing squad. I would just think that. I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, the bouquet. Let's read this. Thanks for humoring me, guys, because I'm like, what is the revision with the bouquet? And they're like, this is not the thing that needs the revision. This is not the thing from the past that needs the revision, is basically what they're telling me. Hold on, I gotta move this light on. So it's not in my fucking... So let's go. Bouquet, number 15. 15 is also the energy of 6. So this is about reciprocity. So there may have been previously, there may have been somebody that wanted to exist in this space of reciprocity with you. They may have tried to come back. Okay, yeah, they may have tried to come back. There's strong Libra energy here. Doesn't have to be a Libra, but there's strong Libra energy here. From 0 degrees Libra to 12.51 degrees Libra, ruled by Venus and Uranus. Okay. Young lovers embrace, seated on a stool. Hold on. Let me come closer to you guys so you guys can see the card. Here, let me hold with this awesome broken finger this fool did. What the fuck? Okay. Young lovers embrace, seated on a stool. The girl wears a rose in her long blonde hair. To the right of the couple, a rose tree blooms with a deep red flowers. Other blossoms fall around the pair. The sky is pale green, the color of the first shoots of spring. Behind them is an orange full moon. Agalia. The lid or cover. Traditionally, the moon in this mason was regarded as unfavorable for familiar or other relationships. However, it was thought to increase your chances of success in the discovery of treasure and was considered a propitious. I'm like, what is this word? Propitious time to make spells for this purpose. The card meaning: harmonious Libra is the sign of relationships, and Venus, united with the sudden and often shocking planet of Uranus, denotes the occurrence of an unexpected or illicit love affair or relationship. This is without a doubt a love card, whether you expect to draw one or not. If you draw this card, you or someone else of relevance to the matter in question is experiencing a sudden, overwhelming feeling of love. This card can express itself as a surprising but ultimately long-lasting relationship or a brief liaison of regretted love affair. It denotes It denotes a situation in which you are shaken out of an emotional groove, as unexpected excitement and even passion is aroused by meeting somebody new. So, basically what happened here, an illicit love affair or relationship. So what happened here is, you guys can be from different places, okay? Notice she is blonde and very white, and he is that red hair? Red hair and very dark. So there was a revision. For some of you guys, you may have reached out or spoken. You may have been contacted by an ex or someone that you used to date. Maybe someone that you used to date actually started watching you. They may be revising their idea or your idea of thinking about them or being with them. You may have been reviving. Ooh, let's go revival. You may be revising revising this love. Okay? This is past, okay? Now let's see what the energy of Hera is. So what the goddesses are supposed to do is the required action, okay? So because 3 goddesses came out, we're just going to read the goddesses, okay? We're going to see what they have to say. Reading Rainbow, I can go anywhere. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Okay, Hera. Red Goddess, Cancer, water. Key phrase, no need to rock the boat. Okay. So something that happened before. Maybe don't need to rock the boat. I'm going to hold it with this broken finger so you guys can see it. So you can see it. So you can remind me, so I can remind myself later of the fucking bloody mess, these people with the bloody moon. Look at that. Seated on her heavenly golden throne, Hera's goddess of the sky and wife of the most powerful Olympian, Zeus, sits in supreme dignity. That's right. On her head rests the royal crown, surmounted by her scared birds, the peacocks. In her left hand, she holds the pomegranate. Its teeming seed is the symbol of life and motherhood. In her right hand, she holds the staff of authority, at the top of which is the crescent of the moon, cupping the orb of the sun. A cockatoo aligns on the head of the staff. It is the god Zeus, disguised as he first appeared to Hera. Beneath the images are symbols for the water sign Cancer and the moon disk of the red goddess. let's read the myth. We're here, so we're going to do it, guys. Hera's reign with rampant Zeus was a continuous domestic quarrel with celestial thunderings as cockery flew perpetually across the divine living room, usually represented as a modest and noble matron. Her crown defines her role as respected queen of the pantheon. Temples in which to worship her were more often than not built at the top of the very highest mountains in order to be as near as possible to her elevated presence. Zeus first approached Hera disguised as a cockatoo. It was winter, and Hera took pity on the cold and drenched cockatoo she came upon. Carefully picking up the bird, she placed it against her breast to warm it. Immediately, the cockatoo resumed its normal form, and she found herself fighting for her honor with an over-amorous Zeus. The union was only consummated when he promised to marry her. Goddess of woman, marriage, and maternity, Hera represents the most idealized type of wife. She and Zeus had 4 children: Eris, Hephaestus, Eileithyia, and Hebe, and she remained a constant and faithful wife despite the infidelities of her misbehaving husband. Racked by jealousy, she tried to control him and failed. Zeus punished her severely by beating her or binding her and suspending her from the skies whenever she attempted to revolt. She tried to emulate his ability to produce children unaided like Athena, but only managed to produce the monstrous beast Typhon. Finally, she submitted, confining her wrath with Zeus's misdemeanors to the many females with whom he dallied and the children of his rivals. Their reward was usually death, pain, imprisonment, or banishment. Such actions did not, however, deter Zeus from continuing to pursue other women. This goddess represents maturity and dignity. She has regard for her position and the power to maintain it while keeping the respect of others. She indicates that although you may not necessarily approve of something, allowing it to run its course can sometimes be the best answer. The first of the red goddesses, Hera, represents the more mature, sustaining, and persevering approach to life. The nature of water in Cancer is to care for and nurture those that are deemed family, no matter how wayward. This is the most motherly of all signs. If this card is selected, then July will be a significant month with regard to the question. So again, what we're seeing here, guys, again, is this coming back to this June and July. This was this past time. This was also, so from something that happened from July, okay, in Syrian energy, to October 21st, something that was going on in this time. So, what is the present? The present, we have the solution. Oh, we didn't read the revision. We'll read the revision first. This is the past. The black moon, dormant. I guess we need to know that, right? My bad. This is the first one I should have read. Like I said, I don't use this deck very often. I've had it sitting here for my friend. But while we're here and it's a full moon and I'm just going to be streaming live anyways, might as well. Where is my other strap? I realize what's going on. I didn't tie the second one. I didn't tie the second one. That's why. I'm like, why is this falling down? Now I understand. I tied the first one and not the second. So there's two. So this is like basically like overalls. So maybe I'll do another one like this. Number 2. And make a new design. Like that. Like so. See? Isn't that fun? You could just play with it forever. That's what I like to do. I just like to play with it and find new ways. This is like a little star or a reverse heart. But I kind of like, I mean, it kind of looks like a, what do you call it? Like a diamond. A little bit like a diamond. Like my little all-seeing eye. Ding, 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 ding. Right? Right? Isn't that dope, you guys? Okay. Enough of tooting my own horn for my own sake and purposes. So let's read about this black moon in water, dormant. No. I'm sorry. This is black moon in air. It's the wrong one. Hold on. Earth, fire, water, air. So you guys used to watch Captain Planet? Like, where's Captain Planet? Like, I want to redo Captain Planet. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Where is, like, Captain Planet, we out here. We out here. You got your crew. You got your people. Come on, fam, where you at? Come on, Captain Planet, let's get sustainable. I'm out here trying to share sustainable clothing, right? I'm out here. I'm with you, Captain Planet. Where you at? Full moon in air. Okay, I found it, you guys. I'm sorry. Full moon in air is the present. Black moon in air. It's a little confusing, right? Black moon in air, which is past the full moon. So the full moon is first and the black moon is second, which is actually strange. So, revision. There is no visible moon in the sky during this phase. Her luminous face is turned away from the earth. And only at the time of an eclipse can you see that she is still there. Traditionally, this is a period when nothing good happens. It is a time to revise your ideas and consider the direction of your life is taking. When this card is the current moon selected from the moon tables, the zodiac signs below give a further interpretation. Okay? So the moon was in Libra, right? This often is the most difficult time to make decisions rather than attempting to do so. So it is better to wait as long as it takes for divine inspiration to take matter out of your own hands. So with seeing this, the revision with the bouquet with Hera, what this is showing me with Libra, it's like this was something that was brought up, okay? So this was something that was very strongly considered, not just by one person, but by 2 people, okay? This was a revision, maybe by multiple people. They were reconsidering or revising. Maybe for some, they could have been revising some type of contract, okay? I don't know if this is for a home, or I'm not sure if this is more like a contract, like marriage or partnership, like maybe they're gonna I don't know, something like this, right? But it's something that needed work, it needed revision, right? And so but it is something that was being considered, okay, at this time. And this was in Libra, again, when was it? October 21st, okay? So just look back, what was happening in these times? What was happening in June at the new moon, the Gemini full moon for you? What was happening in October for this new moon in Libra? What was going on for you? So now we have the full moon. The full moon in air. So now that we've come, that was the past, and now we're going for the present. Solution. Flower. Flower is like in bloom, right? Is this the right one? Yes. As the moon reaches full opposition to the sun, it becomes a complete sphere of light. This phase of the moon denotes the success, completion, or hoped for outcome of the idea you have been working on. When this card is the current moon selected from the moon tables, the zodiac signs below give further interpretation. So now we're looking, it is Gemini, right? This is a period that can denote the signing of contracts or a finalization of your plans. It is time when you will find yourself busy taking compliments from others and generally enjoying the limelight. So, picture. Who's the pitcher? Who's the catcher? Doesn't really matter if you both like to suck the scepters. Stupid is as stupid does. Something like that, right? Number nine. Nine is about completion. From 12.51 Cancer to 25.43 Cancer, ruled by Pluto and Neptune. Go figure, this is in the present. So this is something that we have been dealing with. We have been in these aspects, okay? We have been in these aspects. So this is something that we're currently dealing with, also very relevant, and this is having to do with the question and the present, which we just read, which was the solution, okay? A richly decorated vase or pitcher is fashioned in the shape of a head of a woman. The tresses of her flowing light blue hair transforms into pale streams of water that are caught in the bowls either side of the pitcher. The bowls are held by two seated sad-looking figures with their backs to one another. Atars, the eye of the lion. Traditionally, when the moon was in this mason, the Chinese believed that the journey should not be undertaken. The Arabs called this mason al-Taf, the gaze, and held that if you were born with the moon in this mason, you would have an affable and benevolent personality. Okay, key phrase, helping others. Okay, so the energy right now, the solution to this revision, how do you fix this? Figure out how you are helping others. Okay? Figure out what you're doing, how you can help others. The card meaning, the combining in this mason of the two outer planets, Pluto and ethereal Neptune, suggests enormous imagination and sensitivity together with an idealistic desire to spread your beliefs and dreams to the whole world. This mason signifies compassion and positive assistance to those in trouble. If you draw this card, you have the ability to sense the need of those around you and to be able to provide for them. Through caring and empathetic imagination, this card denotes the ability to sympathize easily with the situations and feelings of others and to do something actively to help them. So, present, what are you doing to help people? Well, I'm out here sharing my sustainable things. Hello. Fuck. Laughing. What the hell am I doing? Whatever the hell I want. Clearly. Thanks, Lori. Are you Jesus' secretary? You don't think his whole spectacle of being on earth and dying for everybody's sin was enough for us to know that he loves us? Like, you think that dude needs a spokesperson? Like, that's what's even funnier to me. Is it like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, Jesus is an ascended master. He's my brother. He's not my God. He's not my God. He is a man. He was a man. He is and was an ascended master. He went and studied in Egypt. Learned the principles and settings of Sophia, was his teacher. You fucking people, I know Jesus loves me because I'm out here doing the same thing that he was, which is sharing the knowledge. Preacher, teacher, that's what Jesus was doing. Telling you guys, guess what? You can save yourselves by waking up, by sharing the knowledge, and by saving and caring for each other, by treating people how you want to be treated, by doing things that you would want done to you, right? Like that's and this is the reality of the situation. Like I left these fools, like I left it all alone, right? Like, do you think I want to deal with fucking court and pressing charges to do? I like, no, I already have to be dealing with that shit already. Like, dumb people. Like, you don't think, for all you people that are out there watching it, you don't think that after you get poisoned and they fucking find high levels of DMT and other types of hallucinogens in your system, but those aren't anything that you had access to, but the people that left you to die, to kill yourself on your own, like, that's some of the stuff that they sell. I don't know, just 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = 2. Trying to give this stuff to make people go fucking crazy, to off themselves, or for their hearts to actually fucking stop. The only problem is, what they didn't realize is I'm motherfucking rainbow family, bitch. Like, you can't. Also, I lived in LA for 11 years, okay? I know fake motherfuckers when I see them, and I know how to gauge the situation accordingly. So now, Lilith, shall we go? If you guys don't know about Lilith, if you don't know, now you know. You're about to know. She is badass, okay? And Black Moon Lilith, like, she's just tearing shit apart. You know who Lilith was? Lilith was the one with the golden apple, I believe. Wasn't she? Yeah? Was that Lilith? I think so. Well, Lilith also left the Garden of Eden. She wouldn't submit to Adam. There's a few stories that go around Lilith. Number one, she wouldn't submit to Adam. And so she left the Garden of Eden after she already had mothered some children by Adam, but she wouldn't submit to him. So she decided to leave the garden. Okay, so that was first one story about Lilith. And then I think she's also linked to this other story, which is basically like there was like, they put this spell out. They put this spell, like this glam spell or whatever, and she put it on and she threw this apple in the pit. She wasn't invited. She wasn't invited to this party of this Olympians or whatever. She wasn't invited. And so she basically created this spell, and she threw this golden apple in and was like, whoever bites out of this golden, like whoever gets this golden apple or can bite out of this special privileged VIP golden apple, she'll be the most beautiful of them all. But actually, it was just a fucking trick. It was a trick. And what it made them do is all go crazy and turn against each other and fight amongst themselves because they were all fucking trapped in this little golden apple space of whatever. If you know, you know. Read the story. You might learn something, even. I think it's so funny. I think it's so great, like how the goddesses and the stars and the astrology and everything line up, right? I think it's amazing. Gaia. Okay, where's Lilith? Here we go. Lilith, Black Goddess, Scorpio, water. Yeah, so this is someone that's ready to like go to the depths of the underworld and back. She's not playing. She's not fucking around, bro. Like, it's not, that's not a thing. Lilith. Let me see. Can you see this? I can't see when I put the card up, so I just want to make sure you can see the whole card. Is it too high? Is it good? I like to get my arm situated to hold it. Okay, is it good? The traditionally winged figure, Lilith, stands with her hands raised, each holding a ring and a rod of a Sumerian royal authority. She is the hybrid bird woman, her sensuous nude body contrasting her with her powerful taloned feet. She is guarded by the bird of wisdom, her daughter, the owl, a serpent, a traditional symbol of life, death, and transformation. Writhers at her feet, the serpent is Lilith herself, and she was in the role of the temptress in the Garden of Eden. She is framed and represents the black moon. From her hair grows the fruitful tree of life and the downfall of men. The sword at her side represents sacrifice and extermination. The flaming orb at the hilt suggests purification and spiritual evolution. Beneath the image are a symbol for the water sign Scorpio and the moon disk of the black goddess. The myth. Lilith's character is full of contradictions, interweaving a multitude of legends and traditions. According to the Jewish scriptures, she was created with Adam, refusing to comply with Adam's demand that she submit herself to him. She fled from him by using the ineffable name of God. Adam complained of his loneliness to God, who created Eve in response, and the fall and the expulsion from Eden followed. Adam, blaming the fall on Eve, separated from her, and for a while reunited with Lilith before finally returning to Eve. Lilith bore Adam a number of children in this interval, who became the demons. After Adam, she bore them first, just so you guys heard that, right? Adam, blaming the fall of Eve, separated from her and for a while reunited with Lilith. Reunited before finally returning to Eve. Just like a fucking man. Sorry, men, if you're a good man, tell us so we know, so we can fucking message you, bro. But this is why? Why is this like this? Okay. Before finally returning to Eve, Lilith bore Adam a number of children in this interval who became the demons. After Adam's reconciliation with Eve, Lilith assumed the queenship of the demons. In some versions, she is the consort of Samuel. In others, she remains unpartnered as queen of the demons. She was said to kill babies in their cribs in the first days of their life. So, just so you guys know, she... so fucking dramatic. So dramatic how things are written. Just so you know, her children weren't demons. They were demonizing the children, making her kill them because she had been out of the garden. Okay, so they were considered demons, right? Like sainted, right? Like they went out of the divinity, the space of divinity. They went out of the garden. And so, this was the thing. Stripped of overlay of medieval mysticism and demonology, Lilith emerges as the first independent feminine spirit. The image of rebellious woman demanding equality was too uncomfortable for early male-dominated society, and therefore they sought to plunge her into the depths of demonhood as the archetype of the bad woman. Only now may the image of Lilith be revealed in a new light, as the first woman equal to man, and a free, independent, creative spirit. The card meaning, when the black moon goddess Lilith is selected, you must take firm steps to survive. Courageously, I'm like, what is this weird long word? Courageously against all odds, Events and people may be currently creating an evil image about you, but this must be ignored. You will need to be prepared to go to the utmost of passionate action to achieve the desired end. You can sit back no longer. Change is inevitable, and that which is no longer useful must be rejected. Everything must be reassessed to determine its worth. Lilith is the first of the black goddess, and her death and rebirth role seeks to clear away the accumulated rubbish of life to make room for the birth of the new. The cleansing nature of water in the passionate sign of Scorpio is to seek a challenge worthy of your power. If the goddess card Lilith is selected, then November will be an auspicious month with regard to the question. So, something happened in November, okay? Something very intense happened in November that came to a completion, that created a very specific solution that you know for sure was a solution or an ending or a conclusion, okay? Hello. Hello, Duffy. So now let's see what the future holds. Okay, Black Moon, Earth. Black Moon, Earth. When the moon loses all of its light, in an Earth sign, there is slowing down of progress on all fronts. With regard to material projects, this is not a period in which to take out new investments or engage in any kind of risk. It is a period for cutting back on expenses. When this card is the current moon selected from the moon tables, the zodiac signs below give a further interpretation. Okay? The moon going forward was Black Moon in Earth. What was it? I guess we got to know this. Hold on one second. Black Moon in Earth. It was like January 18th or something, right? Capricorn. So it is Capricorn. This is an ideal period for returning to parts of a project that were left unfinished because the need to make progress and completing them so that nothing is wasted and everything is ready for a new start at a later date. Okay? So, for the future, so it's like, there can be something else that comes up at this time, okay, that may be dormant until then, until January, until about January 18th or something like that, okay? And that may be when you need to revisit it, and you're going to look at, it different because it's going to be based on like supply and demand, like the economy, where things are, what's going on, right? This is why it says economy. Right? Like, hold on, let me see. Dormant economy. I was like, is there a specific word that it says? No. So for here we have scepter. From Virgo to Libra, ruled by Saturn and Venus. A classical figure stands upon a flat-topped pyramid itself containing two towers. On either side of the pyramid, two trees grow and twine. The figure carries a crystal orb in one hand and a scepter in the other, symbol of authority and occult power. Behind the figure, a luminous full moon glows. Full moon. Azamal, the spike of Virgo. Traditionally, when the moon was in this mason, it was considered beneficial in the promotion of a divinatory studies and clairvoyance, tarot, and like that. When discovered in someone's natal chart, this Mason was said to increase their prudence and their ability to analyze. The card meaning: the Saturn-Venus combination in this Mason produces both a keen ambition and a desire to attain a position of responsibility in life. Both Venus and Saturn are possessive planets, and together are usually concerned with material gain and achievement. Conjured in the sign of Virgo is this Mason. They also indicate an element of perfectionism. If this card is drawn to you, have a desire to rise above your station in life, you crave recognition and respect in traditional sense, and wish to be viewed as a pillar of society. This card reminds you that to achieve such a position, you generally have to employ a significant amount of good planning and forethought. Desire for a position of prominence. Okay? So, for some of you guys, this flower, okay, with this picture that's being filled, and Lilith, can be actually, you may be upgrading like your social status, your location, like a bunch of things. So let's see what Isis has to say. Let's see what Isis has to say. And just so you know, like, this is why I continuously tell you guys right now is a very, very special time, right? It's this energy of Isis. It's this very ancient energy. And for instance, if somebody was ready to make an exit or leave or something like that, but their body wasn't shutting down, like there wasn't a problem, then that soul would be swapping for another soul to jump in and have that body that is already ready, okay? So you're not gonna see, like, unless it was part of people's soul contract to commit suicide or to die from some freak accident, or it's just their karma to die or something like this, then that's the only way, okay? So like I said, and like I've said many times, you guys will not ever see me trying to off myself. I don't have any mental disorders. I'm never gonna go into a psychosis of wanting to off myself, okay? I know that I can't. I'm divinely protected, okay? Divinely protected. When I was young and people try to mock me for this before, I definitely tried. It's not possible, like, okay? I mean, knock on wood. But the reality is like so many people have attempted to take my life. That obviously I'm here and I'm divinely guided and divinely protected, and that's just what it is. Okay, guys? So get used to it. Okay? I tap into this Isis energy, this Cleopatra energy, okay? The serene figure of Isis is the greatest of all Egyptian deities. Sister wife of Osiris and mother of Horus, is seated on her throne. She wears the wing headdress of the vulture, on top of which she carries the symbol of the solar disk between the horns of the sacred cow Hathor. In her left hand, she holds the Ankh, symbol of eternal life. In her right hand, there's a lotus plant in full flower. Her breast is bare, the image of motherhood. The checkered pattern on her throne represents her supreme power over night and day, dark and light, life and death. On the wall behind is a form of the hieroglyph Ash, meaning the seat of the goddess Isis. Beneath the image are the symbols for the fire sign Leo and the moon disk of the red goddess. Isis was the daughter of Geb and Nut, deities of the earth and sky. So Mother Earth and Father Sky. Okay, guys? She's the badass. When her husband, brother Osiris, became king of Egypt, she took on a role of teacher to her subjects. She taught them to weave and spin, grind flour, and practice simple medicine. She introduced the concept of marriage to regularize the relationships of men and women. During her husband's journey to faraway places to civilize other nations, she took the role of regent, governing wisely and with great care. When Osiris was slain by his cunning brother Set, she was consumed with grief and immediately set off to search for the body. Eventually, she found the coffer containing the body within the trunk of a tamarisk tree and took it to the swamps of the Buto, where she hid. However, Set found the body and cut it into 14 pieces. She immediately was consumed with grief and set off to search for the body. Eventually, she found it, containing the body with the trunk of the tamarisk tree, and took it to the swamps of the Buto, where she hid it. However, Set found the body then and cut it into 14 pieces. Isis was given word of great power by the god Thoth. So when she found the body of her husband in pieces, she was able to restore him to life, and it was united with him. As a result of this embrace, she conceived and later gave birth to the child Horus. She fled into hiding with her son, warding off all of the dangers with her magical power. She stayed in hiding until her son was old enough to take his rightful place as ruler of Egypt. Isis had great magical powers and was the only divinity to discover the secret name of Ra. Rare among the world's goddesses, Isis was positive, modest, active, loving, faithful, civilized, and sensitive. The goddess Isis could handle both the traditional male and female roles equally well. She was proud and protective of all that she held dear and would go to the ends of the earth for their well-being. She is an example of faithfulness and power, modesty, and sensitivity. If this goddess card is chosen, quite unobtrusive, honestly, and determination will be necessary in order to bring about the desired results. Isis is a red goddess. Quiet, unobtrusive honesty and determination will be necessary in order to bring about the desired result. Isis is a red goddess and represents the dignity and authority of a ruler. She urges you to take responsibility and lead the way to the solution of the matter in question. The nature of fire in Leo takes command and dispenses justice with fairness. If the Isis goddess card is selected, then August will be a significant month with regard to the question. So, for some of you guys, you were actually in this space because you saw that these things were repeating and they weren't working. And so what you guys did was really tune in. You took this bouquet, you went back, you stopped to smell the roses, you stopped to really think about what was really going on. What were your other relationships and things, situations, or whatever regarding this or around this person, this place, this thing, whatever this query or question is. And as you were doing that, you're beginning to see, you're beginning to kind of get a higher or better perspective of things, right? And as you really realized and looked and saw things for what they were, you stepped into this Lilith energy, this sovereign energy of being like, I know what this is, I know what that is, I know what my worth is, I know, and I'm not, I'm not gonna settle for less, right? You can sit here and you can come here and you can do all of this stuff, but the reality of the situation, is if you don't actually do the work, then it's a no-go, right? Like this is the kind of thing. Like, what type of man? You're not a man. You're a man-child. You're a boy. Your mommy is going to help you pay your fucking rent when you're 50. Just stay living with her. Just stay living with her in her villa. Why? So anyways, yeah, the best thing to do would be bring your friend. Like, you literally need, you need that, your ego needs that much attention. Like, you are literally that wounded of a child that you need somebody to hold your hand. You need fucking buddy system to go and talk about a relationship and a contract and an agreement about a house that you and your ex paid for, that this person has zero to fucking anything to do with. And it was consistently barging in the middle, causing problems in the middle of your relationship. And you're going to bring that person back after not fucking showing up to be a decent human being or a friend in 6 fucking months? Bro, go back to sucking each other's little fucking dicks. Like, enjoy that. Because you know what women are tired of? Women are tired of faking. Women are tired of faking to boost men's egos. Yeah. Fucking enjoy your debauchery all you want. Y'all enjoy it. But it's coming to an end. The fool. That shit's coming to an end. Yeah. You didn't do the work. Prudence. For some of you guys, you didn't do the work. The 8 of Discs. You didn't put in the work. And that's why you're showing up as the fool that's in debauchery, right? Because you tried to off the Empress. Silly you. You didn't realize the Empress was also the one in charge of how things are working. You should have taken the opportunity when she offered you to choose her side and to work with her. Should have figured out how to work it out. But now it's fucking over. I didn't see no apology. I didn't see no flowers. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see anything trying to be peaceful. I saw someone coming demanding to be let into a place that they already walked away from 6 months ago. But you don't even have fucking keys. You took all your personal belongings and left your keys, and that's your death. That's your end. That's your tower moment. And it all came crumbling down. Yeah, all came crumbling down. You're going to be crying like a little fucking bitch. Some over emotional stuff. So what is this? Yeah. They were trying to, and the fucked up thing is they were literally going to take somebody's life. They were going to take this Empress's life, collective's life, to pay some fucking debts. What do you think your fuckface's karma really is? Just y'all think because you guys think you're fucking gangster? Like, no, you're fucking serial killers. You are a group of sick fuck serial killers that feed off of killing people and stealing their houses and their vehicles and their fucking drugs and their art and their jewels and their whatever. Because every one of my friends that you guys fucking offed was sitting on quite a bit of stuff. Like a bunch of jewelry, a bunch of jewels, a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff. Just had their whole bike redone, all this brand new underwater equipment, cameras, fucking, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Huh? You guys are cashing in. Killing plugs to become the new plug and make money off of money that was never fucking yours. And now you're sitting there wondering why all the actual fucking real law enforcement and gangsters be coming around the bend. What's that? Around the dun, 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 dun. She'll be coming around the mountain as she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Yeah. You guys missed the fucking opportunity when the goddess gave it to you, when the empress gave it to you. You missed the opportunity, okay? And because you tried to take something, because you tried to complete somebody else's cycle by not allowing them to heal, now what it's actually done is it's pushed forward this healing mission, okay? Now all of the energy that you guys didn't take, that you were fucking around and you were taking this weird fucking sex magic, fetish, fucking weird people, well, you were over here just fucking because you were siphoning life force energy from this empress while you're sitting there trying to be like, but I love you with this fake ass fucking offerings and apologies and fake ass bullshit. Everything was a fucking lie. There was no happiness. There was no wish fulfillment. There was always just waiting. Just waiting. No velour, no protection, no security. No. All there was them seeking their own pleasure. Them seeking their own pleasure, caught up on their past shit. Look at that, past. This is 6 of Cups. This is past life. Someone returned. So the same shit that you were on with your family, with your fucking cousin, with your baby mom, whatever. The same shit you were on since you were a fucking teenager. You're on that shit. Like, what do you got to say? What do you got to say out there, bro? What do you have to say? You said I slapped you in the face when you came back because you were 20 years clean as a junkie and you're hanging out with your ex-girlfriend's best friend, smoking fucking heroin, and then come back and fucking, you know? Yeah. Lie about it to my face when I can clearly tell something's wrong. Ending in impregnation because you were too fucking high. Like, yeah, you got the shit slapped out of you. And every time you did, it was because you were fucking cheating. You were lying. I'm pretty sure, like, we can take a poll here. And, like, you know, if your friend was, if your partner was lying to you about something they were a junkie for 20 years and then were clean off of it for 20 years, but every time they went and said they were doing something else, but they were actually just meeting up with their ex-girlfriend's best friend and on the same fucking junkie fucking stuff, you know, well, I just put it on a cigarette. Like, bro, you just put heroin on your cigarette? Like, what makes that okay? You want to talk about it? You want to fucking report me to the police and immigration? I think not, bro. I think not. Is your mommy out here watching? Did she know? Did they know that you did it to me more than once? Did they know that's why I fucking fled for my life this time last year to get to the doctor? Wheel of Fortune. Collective, you have a new, beautiful Wheel of Fortune coming through. After this long phase of being in the Hermit, you are now coming out of the Hermit. For some of you guys, the reason why you have been in this Hermit was just for this to come into a completion. For all these backstabbing, trifling ass bitches to come to this state of Aeon, of no more, of you're done. 0%, you're done. Classy fucking block. Okay? Classy fucking block. So, guys, what was your question that you guys were asking out here? Because for sure, I can tell you right now, certain things, what is coming into truth? What is your truth? I know what my truth is. I know that because I am such a light warrior and light healer, that I have even me and the devil, right? Even the devil, even the darkest demonic entities are chasing the light. Just so you know, look at these fucking Jesus freaks out here. They're still chasing the light, right? Like, The light doesn't chase the darkness. The darkness chases the light. Like, I ain't out here chasing shit, bruh. I ain't out here chasing shit. Yeah, the Hermit. I be here waiting. I be here waiting. I'm okay. I've been monitored. That's cool, dude. Like, I ain't going anywhere. I ain't fucking ruining anybody's life by showing up and partying with them and getting high with them and fucking putting them on watch lists and fucking putting them on in really risky situations. A lot of people with their families and a lot of stuff. Oh, this motherfucking thinks he's a magician, but the only thing he did is bring a lot of other people down in the grand scheme of things. This indolence, his ass walking away was quite possibly the worst decision he ever made. Should have stayed, should have listened, should have stayed, should have listened. Indolence. Now the only thing that's going to be walking away from is with this Magician coming out in the reverse. That means people that attempted to do this spell work, okay? People that attempted to do this spell work for gain did not get it. Did not get it. They are walking away. They're going to be walking away. They're going to be taken away. Yeah, they tried to attack the lovers, okay? And now what they may have is they may have everyone that loves them walk away. For some of you guys, this can be someone that is very close or important to them, a very close loved one that could be passing on, okay? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but there is a big shift in change that is happening, okay? Also, I've been picking up on a lot of Cancer in the collective, not just the sign of Cancer, but actually some people may be having some serious health issues, yeah. And they may be losing their fight, okay? They may be losing their fight, like the Five of Wands is about, like, this is consistently fighting. So if it's upside down, it's like losing the fight. We have failure here. 2, 4, 6, 7. The Seven of Discs. So something that they've been working on for a while. They may have had this illness for a while. They may have been working on it for a while. Or if they had been actually working on it for a while, as long as they had known that they had it. Okay? For some of you guys, this can be serious STDs or STIs. Okay? For some of you guys, this person could have been dipping their stick by being prudent, by following their passion, right? By thinking they were magic, but not using their indolence, not making this sacred love bond, but fucking around, hookers and blow. I mean, you can't say that you're not cheating just because you like to fuck a tranny in the ass and grab her by the titties while you hold the dick. That's weird, bro. That's weird. You're gay. You're gay. So anyways, what this is basically saying is, you know, someone may have been fighting with something, okay? And for some of you guys, yes, this is a, very strong gay and transsexual, and this is a very, like, STD. So AIDS, okay? HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, like very, they told me another one, herpes, something like this, okay? Like serious stuff. And the thing with this is this is going to come back to get them, right? This is going to come back to get them, because when you have known about it for a while, and for some of them, they created false documentation. Okay, they're trying to fight it with false documentation, and they have been found out. Okay, they have been found out. They have been watched. They have been everything like this. And yeah, just failure, not coming through. Nothing is blooming. Nothing is blossoming. Everything is dying, shriveling up, and dying. Okay. The change is coming. The change is inevitable and imminent, but it's more of this Lilith and Isis energy. Okay? Gotta go through the underworld, and if these people didn't deal with their shadow, then it's coming up. Coming in hot. success. Okay, for collective, there will be reciprocity. So the only way to achieve this success is through the reciprocity. This is through the giving and receiving. This means if you have taken more than you have given to somebody, then you are not fully in the receptive mode. It means you need to give more. Give more. Now, if you guys like what I'm doing here, you want to schedule a personal or private reading, you can email me at DivinityWithinThee. If you like what I'm doing here and you want to help support me, since supposedly I'm getting kicked out by the, I don't know, the landlord and the police and immigration. I don't fucking know, right? Like, these people trying, I'm gonna fucking turn you into Interpol and immigration for what? What am I doing? I'm just sitting here not bothering anybody, reading cards. So if you support what I'm doing and you can help to support me, whether that's $1, $5, $25, $100, whatever that is, my Give, Send, Go is in the information box below, and I appreciate all of the likes, shares, comments, subscribes. You guys, I think we're almost at 300. When I hit every 100 subscribers that I get, I give out, if at least 3 to 5 people participate, I give out a free reading, personal reading for one of my viewers, for one of my subscribers. Yeah, you guys, abundance, okay? For collective, okay? Aside from this old thing that you're letting go of, okay? You may have already noticed that cycle and you're ending that cycle. Many of you guys have closed that cycle, okay? It could have been some type of sex addiction. It could have been something like this. It could have been something that you were passionately connected to before, but you're realizing that there wasn't really enough viable action that was happening behind it. So it became futile after a while, you know, and it's like, there was just, sometimes things get, it doesn't matter if there's passion, right? If there's not the action that's matching the passion, like if the words aren't matching the, you know, if the actions aren't matching the words, right? If you're sneaking and hiding and lying, like once you broke trust, like it doesn't matter, like all of the passion doesn't matter. You can be, you know, sexually attracted to people, and like the passion is just not enough, right? Like love is not quite enough for sustainability. Like love is enough, everything is love, yes. However, like it takes more than love. It also takes passion. It also takes effort, right? To be in love, to be in a commitment means you've committed to the work. You've committed to doing the work. You know, not like, well, I feel like it, oh, now I don't want to do it. Like, that's not how it works. Like, it's saying, okay, it's choosing that same person. It's choosing that you want to work out with it instead of go and cry like a little fucking bitch ass cunt to your mommy and your friends, like, I'm getting beat. Like, bro, you didn't even have a handprint on your face. Like, you got slapped. And I'm pretty sure every woman through history ever has slapped every man that ever fucking stuck his dick somewhere else and came back and stuck it in her without fucking, with lying about it. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Pretty sure in any other real society, like in any other thing, yeah, you would have got your ass kicked. Pretty sure that would have been causes for like, for fucking like burning all of your clothes or like slashing all of your tires or like, you know, like some shit like that. Like that's what chicks do. Like sometimes that's what women do when you push them to that level. If you want to tell them that they're fucking crazy, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. You should just leave it alone. Don't tell them that they're crazy, because then it's like, well, if you said that I was this thing, then it's like feminine like to multiply and embody the thing that you notice in them, right? That's what feminine does. So if you know that feminine multiplies and embodies whatever it is that you give her, whether you're masculine or feminine, then you would think you wouldn't give her anything but kind lovingness if that's what you wanted. You wouldn't be over here trying to start fucking fights, getting your ass defeated. Like, checkmate, bitch. Now you got no moves. Before, I was just going to leave the game there until we felt like coming back to it. See what happened. On some power play. But you want to hold on to it. You don't want to let go. You don't want to create the security, right? The 4 pillars, right? They don't want to create that security. They want to whatever, right? Luxury. They want to focus on these other opportunities. Oh, I have all these other opportunities. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. You know, the thing is you don't need to look exteriorly for opportunities. Everything exists within yourself. So if you're creating something outside of yourself to save others before yourself, that's ego, sweetie. You're not saving the world. The world don't need you to fucking save it. The world needs you to save yourself. Okay? What you did do is you fucked up your chance to be able to move forward or heal this with the Empress. That's for sure. Okay? The Empress is not entertaining it. There is no, she has no love. The fortune is going nowhere. Okay? So this is someone that tried to come in. They tried to literally, you could, does the collective still have somebody trying to come in? There is someone that's going to try to come in and say, they love you, you make them happy, you are their everything, okay? They're going to try to apologize for this 3 of Swords or this 3 of Cups, but these are going to be half-ass apologies, okay? Half-ass apologies, okay? They are going to try to reminisce on happiness and love and connectivity that you guys had previously. That may be all that they can think about. They are being haunted by it, actually. Okay? And many of them are just like, all they can think about is coming to talk to you, is seeing you, is bringing you this cup of love. And, that's not reciprocity. They are feeding their ego. They're not doing their work. They're not doing their job. That's why they're unsuccessful. That's why they're unsuccessful, because they were in their emotions instead of showing up to be emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. No, they were sitting here masking it, okay? And all of this truth that they were too afraid to express because they didn't want other people to look at them or that to fuck with their success, now it's going to take their whole thing down. For many of you guys, you can be losing, not for many of you guys, for some of these karmics, they will be losing their jobs or their businesses, their homes. For many of you guys, could be a thing. For many of you guys also, like there can be issues, right? With your vehicles, there can be a crash or an accident. There is an opportunity that may or may not come back around. You may have the ability to actually cash in on this opportunity now, collective, okay? This opportunity is not going to come for anybody that isn't in worship of the Empress, okay? This will be a missed opportunity and not an opportunity given, okay? For some of you guys, someone tried to come in and take your intellectual property or your art, okay? And yeah, that's what they're trying to do. That's obviously what they're trying to do. They're trying to come in and take my space and build this whole thing as if it was their idea, because they got no ideas, and that's what it is, right? Like, they have no ideas, so they have to steal other people's ideas, and that's what they've been doing, is literally, they've been running this third party, pretending like they love people, love bombing, and then coming in and taking them for all they have, okay? For all they have. I'm wondering if the air tank that I found downstairs wasn't to some old person. Oh, so interesting story. Let me share with you guys a little fucking story here. Something that I like about having the ability to record things and tune in is I was using Translate, right? I started giving these kids like ice creams and different stuff, and I let them hang out on the fence here. Why? Because I'm fucking smart and I want to hear what they have to say. Because children, kids, and different people, they like to gossip, especially when they're sitting outside my fence. So guess what I figured out? My house is murder house. Murder house. And then I had to go a little bit deeper. Well, you mean they're trying to murder me now? And they're like, what do you mean? Like, no, you're good. You're protected. You don't have to worry now. You have all these, like, you already know. They're like, what do you mean? They can't. And I'm just like, like, so I had to go a little bit deeper. And so maybe there has been multiple murderings or offings in this house. And then I was going even farther, like, does the landlord even own the property? Because what I actually picked up on is that someone actually one-upped. They were like, all right, they won't sell the house. Like, you don't have to buy that fucking house. Buy the land. Buy the whole fucking lot, and then you own that fucking house because you own that land, and they built that house on land that wasn't theirs. And whoever the land belonged to before, that they maybe did or didn't have an agreement with, whatever. But yeah, so basically that's the scenario. There was an old person that they offed to get this house so they can off other people. Or they built it just for offing people. Something like, wow, that's a very strong. They built it for offing people, and I think that they've been caretaking older people out here, especially old people that like to party. And yeah, those are their inhale, you are the victim. Yeah. Psycho, psychotic, and insane. Come play their games. Inhale. You are the victim. Yeah, that's what it's like, you guys. Some fucking psycho shit. So anyways, look at that Buddha out there, like, doom, giving me some light, some love and light. Oh my Buddha. So let's get a little bit more information. So interesting, these moon cards. Let's get a little bit more information. Who is this other person, this bouquet? So this person could have been maybe into some type of debauchery. They could have been more into